Hi friends, Krista here. Thanks for stopping by Books and Jams. I'm really excited to come to you with my second book haul in the month of July. July was my birthday month and so many of you were very kind and sent me gifts, and I already opened a ton of those in my first book haul of the month, but then more came in and I have a pile of things that I bought from Pango at the very beginning of June and I never hauled them, so I need to haul those, and another pile from when I was at my mom's house. So I just have quite a few things to share with you today, and I'm going to start with the gifted or boxed items because those are the most fun. So first of all, I did receive an envelope from Shatona Havik. She has a channel as well and is an author of Christian fiction and is just wonderful. And I really feel like we should be friends because I feel like she's just so funny in all of her comments. But she saw these stickers, "Reading is my jam," and thought of me. So she just sent me a handful of reading bookish stickers, and they're so sweet, and that was really nice of you to think of me, Shatona. So thank you so much, and I love that one. Reading is my jam because, you know, books and jams kind of fits, goes with the territory. So thank you so much for your kind note and for thinking of me and sending me those stickers. That's really nice. Then we have this gift bag from Amazon. This one is from Chrissy, Chrissy's Purple Library. Krista, you be jammin', especially on your birthday, sending happy birthday wishes and all the love your heart and hands can hold. Love your sister in Christ, Chrissy's Purple Library. That's so sweet. I love it. You be jammin', girl. She always says that. Very sweet. What do we have in here? Oh, sweet. Wishtress by Nadine Brandes. This is an author I really need to read, but I have been hearing that this is really good. It's a fantasy. She was born with the ability to turn her tears into wishes, but when a granted wish goes wrong, she's cursed. The next tear she sheds will kill her. That's what it is. So I've heard that this is really good. I actually have a couple Nadine Brandes books on my shelves now and would really love to read them. And they just have the most beautiful covers. Thank you, Chrissy. That's so nice of you. I love that. Super, super, super sweet. And we have this box that I've only just opened, but I didn't look behind the paper. So let's see what it is. Oh, the Swifts. Oh man, this book sounds so cool. This is a middle grade book about a family called the Swifts, and it's a dictionary of scoundrels is the subtitle. But their names are all super creative. Shenanigan is our main character. She's the little sister in the family, the risk taker, the mischief maker. Of course she is, with a name like Shenanigan. On the day they are born, every Swift child is brought before the sacred family dictionary. They are given a name and a definition. A definition it is assumed they will grow up to match. And that's when it says, meet Shenanigan Shift, little sister, risk taker, mischief maker. This is from, I sort of started with this. This is from Stephanie. Stephanie, Happy Librarian on Instagram, I think. She is one of my patrons and she's so sweet, and thank you, thank you, thank you. I hope we can buddy read this together. Yes. I'm down. I'm down for that. I'm not sure when, but I just think the cover of it is so cute. And I've heard that it's a really fun story. So that sounds cute. Thank you, Stephanie. I had already opened this from Amy, and I can't remember if I talked about it. So Amy from Amy's Bookish Life sent me The Lost Year by Catherine Marsh. This is a middle grade set in the Ukraine about a famine that happened there in the 1930s. And she sent me this for hosting Catch-Up-a-thon with her. I love that. So I'm really excited. I've heard one of my patrons read this and absolutely loved it. So I'm very excited to get my hands on this one and read it. I have another box that I just opened, and I think I can tell from the back of this book what it is, but let me learn from my mistake and start with the note. Happy birthday, Krista. I know it's late, but I also think this is one you really want. Love your channel and always trust your recommendations, from Kate H. Thank you, Kate. I'm pretty sure. Yes. Holy moly, this is a chunk. This is Homecoming by Kate Morton. Her newest. Oh, what a beautiful cover. Yeah, I've read quite a few Kate Morton and really love her. This is her newest. They're historical, usually dual timeline, usually something about family secrets. Adelaide Hills, Christmas Eve, 1959. This sweeping saga begins with a shocking crime, the effects of which echo across continents and generations. Homecoming asks what we would do for those we love, how we protect the lies we tell, and what it means to come home. I love it. I've heard good things about it so far. It is a huge one. So this is like a wintry dive into a deep, big book type of a situation. Oh man, thank you so much, Kate. I love it. Love it, love it. I think the last gift that I was sent is this package from Amazon. Find the note. There it is. This is from, oh, happy belated birthday from Keisha at A Book Like You. Thank you, Keisha. What is this? Oh, fun! The Ultimate Reading Challenge. Complete a goal, open an envelope, and reveal your bookish prize. There are 25 rewards in here. Oh my goodness. I saw someone else doing this and I immediately added it to my wish list because how fun is that? I love a challenge. I love a prize. So this just has all these little challenges on them. Things like read a book that features an Indigenous person, write down a favorite quote or passage from a beloved book, display it in your home, write a letter to someone who has influenced your reading life, attend an author event, and when you do the challenge, you get to open up the envelope. I don't want to know what's in there yet, and there will be some cool prizes in there. Some of the prizes include a laser engraved wooden bookmark, bookish greeting cards, a coffee cup sleeve, reading notes notebook, and much more. So it gives us a little hint of what some of the prizes are. That's so fun. I love it. Thank you, Keisha. This is my last month of receiving a book from the bookshelf Thomasville. I treated myself around my birthday time for a 3-month shelf subscription from them. And this is the last one. So I have not opened this yet or like tried to see what it is because I wanted to do it with you. But I love these little linen bags they come in. And the book is, I did the middle grade one. Oh, look at that. Greenwild, Step into the Adventure of a Lifetime by Perry Thompson. Pretty cover. Oh, look at the end pages have a map. Love. Oh, pretty naked hardback too. Nice. A note from the staff about this month's selection. Daisy Thistledown, what an amazing name, lives with her mother. And by lives, I mean she travels around the world with her mother, who is a journalist. However, when we meet Daisy, she's on the run and without her mom in sight. After she runs through a hidden doorway, Daisy realizes she's entered a magical hidden world called Greenwild. Greenwild is bursting with beautiful magic, incredible flowers, and friends she never knew she could keep. But Greenwild is in danger. It is being threatened by a group of people who want the magic for themselves, and somehow Daisy winds up in the middle of everything. There are so many fantasy stories out there, it's hard to find an original one, but trust me when I say this one is. I'm excited. That does sound really good. Someone from the Collective Book Studio reached out to me about receiving a copy of this one, Kelvin and the Sugar Apples by Inez E. Oliveira, and illustrated by Vanessa Beleza. There are some pictures in here. This is an early middle grade novel about friendship. Our main character, Amelia, loses her pet chinchilla, dies at the very beginning, and she doesn't have anyone to talk to about how sad that makes her feel, and she makes a new friend with a new kid at school. So this is just about friendship and is in early middle grade, which is kind of cool. I feel like I read mostly upper middle grade, so this one might be a really good one. This comes out in August. Kelvin and the Sugar Apples looks super cute. Thank you, the Collective Book Studio, for sending that to me. Next up, I have another Once Upon a Book Club book box. A number of you have been using my affiliate link, which is down in the description. And so I checked through their past boxes and picked one that I was very interested in. And I think this is a relatively recent box as well, because this book was one of my anticipated reads, I believe, for summertime. And so this box is a subscription box that comes with a bunch of different things in it. There's always a recipe in here along with the notes, and then there are these wrapped packages that have a page number on them that you have to wait until a certain point in the book to open, which is just so much fun. This one has one here too. 1, 2, 3. Oh my word, this is gorgeous. But this is the book that I chose, The Mastering the Art of French Murder, an American in Paris Mystery by Colleen Cambridge. And she did, oh man, I'm not going to be able to remember it now. I'll put a picture of the one that I've read from her that is now a series focused on Agatha Christie. This one is kind of focused on Julia Child and a friend of Julia Child's. And the friend goes to visit Julia, and then there's a murder, and Julia is potentially a suspect. But this is the book, and then there will, look at the sprayed edges of this one. There's a knife on the side, and I just took off the dust jacket. It is a cloth-bound hardcover. Holy moly, this is a gorgeous book. It's much thinner than I was expecting as well. So I'm really excited to see what the little treats are that come along with this and to read this mystery. It could have been any of them, but it had to be one of them. Fun. So that's my book box that I treated myself to. And then the final thing that came in the mail is the Owlcrate Jr box for July. And I'm so excited. I have not looked at any hints or anything to see what this is going to be. But Middle Grade March team is working with Owlcrate to share with you each month what the box is. If you're interested, it makes a great gift for any middle grade loving friend in your life, whether adult or child. But there are usually treats in here that are geared toward middle grade age children. So let's see what this one is. So the theme for this month is haunted spaces. I'm not usually a spooky reader, but every once in a while I do really love them. So it's good to step out of my comfort zone every once in a while. But let's see what comes in here. So first off, there is a bookmark. The school bus, that looks like the Small Spaces. Wherever you go in this big, gorgeous, hideous world, there is a ghost story waiting for you, Catherine Arden. And she is the author of Small Spaces series. I don't want to look at this. It's a pin that's going to tell me what the book is. And so I'm going to save that until I know what the book is. But then we have these, I don't know what those are. There are 4, 5 tools, plastic things in here. I'm not sure what those go with. We'll have to see. Oh, I think it's for this. This is clay. Sculpt your own ghost, an oven bake clay kit. That's so cool. Make your own clay ghost friend to add to this a little spookiness to your room. Very fun. Just has a couple different colors of clay that you can make a craft with, bake it in your oven. That's really cool. And so I'm assuming these are tools that you can use with the clay. That's fun. Oh man, I know some kiddos that would love to get a gift like that. Actually, my little dude would too. That would be a fun project to make something with him. All right, there's this big box with the spooky cats and the tombstones. What's this going to be? Look at that cereal bowl. That's like the perfect size for a bowl of cereal. Oh, how funny. This says, there should be good news, bad news, and food. I love it. There's like film, all these like spooky kind of scenes. Perfect little cereal size bowl. Nice. Haunted hues, colored markers. It's just a marker set. I think this is just a marker set. It is. That's a wonderful set of markers. 12 colored markers is the perfect tool for any foolish mortal who dares to draw their own spooky scene. Mad magenta, ominous orange, yellow, lime green screen. Lime green scream, beastly brown, bone-chilling black. Those are fun. I mean, I like the markers. I'll probably take them right out of the box and just use the markers. Oh, they're dual art markers. That's nice. So that one side is a brush pen and the other side is a fine liner. That's nice. That's very nice. Owlcrate Jr., thank you. We're getting close to the book. What is this envelope? Some postcards that you can color with your markers. Some spooky scenes there. And then they do have postcards on the back. Actually, those are color by numbers. That's kind of fun. I love Happy Color, and that's exactly what Happy Color is. Fun, and it gives you the key of what to color them on the back. That's cool. Man, when I was like 12, I would have died for this box. I would have loved, loved, loved this box. So the book always comes wrapped in plastic, which is really nice. It keeps it like perfect, in perfect condition. It's a little tricky to get off. But this is by Celia Crampion, and it's The Bellwoods Game. The Bellwoods Game. Looks like such a fall read. Oh my word. Everyone knows Fall Hollow is haunted. It has been ever since Abigail Snook went into the woods many years ago, never to be seen again. Since then, it's tradition for the 6th graders at Beckett Elementary to play the Bellwoods game, in which 3 kids are chosen to go into the woods on Halloween night. Whoever rings the bell there wins the game and saves the town for another year. But if Abigail's ghost captures all the players first, the spirit is let loose to wreak havoc on Fall Hollow. Or so the story goes. Huh? Actually, that sounds really fun. Sounds like middle grade spooky is what I can handle, right? And then there's a recipe here for meringue ghosts. I love meringues. Yum. Very cool. Thank you to Owlcrate for all of these fun goodies and the perfect Halloween read for a non-scary reader. I don't really like scary stuff, but I feel like this I could handle. I love the game aspect of it. It's middle grade, so I'm hoping it won't go too crazy. And then they give you just a clue for the theme for the next month. So August theme is going to be whodunit. So I'm sure it's going to be a great mystery. Very cool. Thank you to Owlcrate Jr. for sending me that box. I love it. All right. I've been talking for so long and I have so many books still. All right, finally, I'm going to open this one. If you watched, it's upside down. If you watched my vlog from a while ago in July when I was up north at my mom's house, I visited a bookstore I'd never been to before. It was brand new. This is how they packaged up my book, and it was a used book. I thought it was a little extra, but very cool. And the ladies in there were super nice. So the book that I chose from that bookstore is The Things We Keep by Sally Hepworth. I read Midwives by her before I ever was on BookTube. And then recently I read The Soulmate and the Other Sister, both of which I really enjoyed. So I really would like to read more from her. So when I found this, it was $4 used at this bookstore and I wanted to support them. So that's the one that I picked. Don't really know anything about it except Sally Hepworth. So also while I was at my mom's, we did a couple yard sales and a thrift store. And at the thrift store, I found Grace by T. Greenwood. And T. Greenwood is an author that I haven't yet read. I have, I think, 4 or 5 books by them on my shelves now. And I had a couple already. And then Lena from Lena's Bookshelf has talked about how much she really enjoys this author. And so now when I see one, I just want to grab it. So I really need to give T. Greenwood a try. And then this stack is from a yard sale that we went to that was like fill a bag of books for $1. I'm like, yes, I will. So I grabbed some for Pango. I grabbed some for Christmas Book Exchange and a few for me. So I have 2 Patricia Riley Giff books. I have Nori Ryan's Song and All the Way Home. I have read a couple Patricia Riley Giff and really like this author. They're very, very quick middle grade reads, but usually they pack a punch and have some kind of heartfelt story to them. So I'm glad to have a couple more of her books on my shelves. I picked up a Jodi B book because it was like throw it in the bag for $1. I haven't always gotten along with Jodi Picoult books, but this one is set in Amish country, which is where I used to live in Pennsylvania. So I'm very interested in this one, Plain Truth by Jodi Picoult. And then the other 3 that I threw in my bag are all Christmas reads. So these will just be quick little sweet romances to read at Christmas time. The first one is The Christmas Blessing by Donna Van Leer. I don't really know anything about these. I just grabbed them because they're Christmassy. A Mrs. Miracle Christmas by Debbie Macomber. And Finding Christmas by Karen Shaler. So 3 little Christmas reads for that Christmas pile that I have. And the rest of these are all books that I ordered on Pango. And the ones that I really wanted were these that are on my anticipated reads list, but I found them from shops that had deals if you bundled. So a lot of the other ones are just kind of random picks from here and there, but I bundled them because I wanted these 3. So the first one is The Night We Burned by S.F. Kosa. This was on my anticipated list last year, and it deals with a woman who escaped from a cult, tries to put her past behind her, becomes a journalist, and then something happens in that cult, and she is the journalist that has to write about it, so she has to return to her hometown. I think there's a murder that happens there, but has cults in it, and I'm intrigued by that. So I threw that in my cart. And then Marvelous by Molly Greeley. Molly Greeley is another author that I really want to read from, but haven't yet. This one, I believe, is kind of a Beauty and the Beast, like the original story of Beauty and the Beast. So Molly Greeley is someone who often puts a twist on like a classic fairy tale or a classic work. So she has The Clergyman's Wife, which is about Charlotte Lucas from Pride and Prejudice. She has The Heiress, which is another Pride and Prejudice retelling about Anne de Berg, I think. And then this one is going to be 1547. So it has a historical setting, but it's going to be about a young boy who's different from the other children. He's ridiculed because of the hair that covers his body from head to toe. And so it's mainly going to be like the original story, so they say, of Beauty and the Beast. So I'm excited to try some Molly Greeley. And then I did pick up The Bandit Queens by Parini Shroff. And this one I've heard some mixed things about, but it just sounds so fun to me that I need to give it a try for myself. This is a mystery that takes place in India, and our main character, Geeta, lost her no-good husband 5 years ago, and she doesn't know what happened to him. She actually lost him, but everyone thinks that she killed him. Rumor has it that Geeta killed him, and it's a rumor that just won't die. And now she is a self-made widow, which comes with its own perks. She has a little stall on the market, and people feel obligated to buy from her. But then I believe other women start asking her for help getting rid of their men as well. So it's like if The Lost Apothecary and Finlay Donovan, like Comedy of Errors, had a baby in India. That's what this book would be, it feels like. Like, I feel like it's going to have some humor and maybe some like just crazy Comedy of Errors type of stuff in there. I'm excited about it. Then I have all of these next pile that are middle grade. So I'll go through these rather quickly because I'm not sure exactly what they're all about. But Wild Bird by Wendelin Van Dranen is the same author as Flipped, which I read and really enjoyed. This one takes place, a young girl is sent to like a wilderness reformation camp, like reform camp. I grabbed this copy of Aesop's Fables. I just like this kind of classic naked hardcover, but this just has a whole bunch of Aesop's Fables. Each one has a little illustration that goes with it. So I thought that would be a fun addition to my kind of classic middle grade books. I really want to read this series by Jason Reynolds. This is the Track series. I believe Ghost is the first one. I've heard such good things about this series. Each one follows a different kid in middle school, and they're all on the track team. And I've just heard that they're really, really, really good. So I want to give it a go. Kelly Barnhill has a couple books that I haven't read yet, and one of them is Jack, or The Mostly True Story of Jack. Jack is sent to Hazelwood, Iowa to live with his strange aunt and uncle. He expects to be bored for the summer. Little does he know that the people of Hazelwood have been waiting for him for a long time. Why? I don't know. I grabbed this because I love the cover. Tumble in Blue. A Family Curse. This is by Cassie Beasley. A family curse, a terrible fate, and two brave souls on a mission to change their destiny. I love that cover. Blue Montgomery is cursed to lose at everything, and to make matters worse, his dad abandons him at his grandmother's house, which is full of relatives with similar misfortunes, all fighting for the one chance to have their curse lifted. Tumble Wilson is a hero in training, but whenever she tries to save someone, she fails spectacularly. When Tumble and Blue stumble upon each other one summer, they're determined to find the mysterious creature who just might solve all their problems. But what they don't know is that only a fool would dare to mess with fate. Sweet. The cover of this reminds me of the cover of this. I love these silhouette covers. This is The Elephant in the Room by Holly Goldberg Sloan, who wrote Counting by Sevens, which I loved. This one was sent to me with a sticker. How nice. Oh, and it has a nameplate on there. Well, score. This was an Owlcrate Jr box, and the person who sent it to me sent me all the things. That's so nice. A moving story of family separation and the importance of the connection between animals and humans. This novel has the enormous heart and uplifting humor that readers have come to expect from the beloved author of Counting by Sevens. I don't love animals, but I do love elephants. So I'm looking forward to reading that one. And then I grabbed a whole series in one book, The Dark is Rising sequence. We talked about this on a live. I believe it was the Middle Grade March live. It might have been something else. Maybe just one of my lives. I don't know. But The Dark is Rising sequence is by Susan Cooper. This is a fantasy middle grade series, and there are 5 books in here. I didn't realize at first that I was getting all 5. I believe book 3 is a Newbery winner. But I obviously don't want to start at book 3, so now I have the whole thing. I just have a few more that are not middle grade. I have 2 nonfiction, and then the rest are just adult fiction. So I grabbed The Gentle Art of Swedish Death Cleaning, How to Free Yourself and Your Family from a Lifetime of Clutter by Margareta Magnusson. I always am inspired to declutter, but I don't always do anything about it. So I thought this one might be a fun, it's just a little tiny read, a fun way to kind of motivate myself to declutter a little more as I'm in the middle of a book haul. Oh, Krista. And then the last one is a memoir from Auschwitz, Last Stop Auschwitz, My Diary of Survival in World War II's Most Infamous Concentration Camp by Eddie DeWind. So this is a journal, a collection of journal entries from someone who survived being in Auschwitz. I'm sure it'll be very harrowing and heartbreaking. Grabbed The Saints of Swallow Hill by Donna Everhart. This one takes place in North Carolina during the Depression on a turpentine camp, a small turpentine farm. That's what gives the state the name the Tar Heel State. The other historical fiction I picked up is The Librarian of Burned Books by Brianna Labusques. Sorry, I did not look up how to say that name. This is a World War II era novel, intertwined fates of three women. That seems to be kind of a trope in many World War II books. We follow three women who believe in the power of books to triumph over the very darkest moments of war. It is inspired by a true story. It takes place in Berlin in 1933, Paris in 1936, and New York in 1944. Should be pretty good. And then I just finally have two little rom-coms, Without a Hitch by Molly Hollis Huddleston and Asher Fogelpaul. A sweet southern confection of a book. Ringless, jobless, and hopeless, Lottie commits to doing the only thing she truly studied in school, wedding planning. About a wedding planner, probably who falls in love, hopefully not with somebody's groom. Good grief. And then The Flip Side by James Bailey. Pennywise or pound foolish, a heartbroken young Brit decides to turn his love life over to the toss of a coin. To coin a phrase, Josh is suffering from a quarter-life crisis. He just broke up with his girlfriend, blah, blah, blah. Those two just sound a little fun and hopefully good palate cleansers. But that is the end of my July book haul. Holy, that's a lot. I wonder if I could go all the way through August without buying any books. Should I try? The first week I will be, well, for a week of it, I'll be in Nicaragua. Maybe I'll try not to purchase any books in the month of August. I'm going to do it. I can't help what gets sent to me. I will have a book of the month, but I'm going to try for the month of August not to purchase myself any books because I have lots to read. If you saw any books here that you think sound interesting, let me know down below. Maybe I'll try to read them sooner rather than later. Honestly, a lot of these are probably going to sit on my shelves for a while. That's just how it goes here in my world. But some of them might get read sooner rather than later. And you telling me you want to see it might up the chances of it getting read. For now, let's chat in the comments below if you see any books that you have read and loved or that you think that I will like. I love talking with you down in the comments. Thank you so much for watching today and settling in for a big old book haul. I look forward to talking with you in another video very soon. Bye.